This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time.
Welcome to the Stop and Listen podcast. I am your host, Jamie. How are you doing on this beautiful Sunday? And my, is it beautiful. And I hope you guys don't watch this. Well, this will be at nighttime when I post this. Maybe in the morning. Who knows? So we've got a rally going on in Las Vegas by Trump. That's in California, folks. That's a nice little rally. I guess he was going to a fundraiser. And they had a boat rally for him. This is outrageous. This man is going to be a dictator. A dictator of a good time.
Not so funny now, is it?
Holy shit, people. Like, it's everywhere. And if you look through you see, you take a straw, you look through the end of it. A crowd may look bigger if you're zoned in. Close. I mean, that's you think. Well, it's California, though. I mean, he should be able to. I mean, the thing, California, more people voted for him in California than I think any other state. Even Texas, because of the size of California and how they are outnumbered, or at least their votes are. This is just a still image, but this is in San Francisco, the capital of the decline. That's incredible, right?
That is pro-invasion, pro-child trafficking, pro-woman trafficking, pro-human trafficking.
It says he's live,
pro-drug
but
dealers. It's a pro-drug dealer bill. It's weak. It's ineffective. It's bullshit what he signed.
Listen, from New York to California, if the media would just let it be, he could be truly the people's president. He really could be. He wants to be loved by everybody, and he mostly is. Yes, he's a prick. He's an asshole. I hate him. But, see, I launched this channel. If you go back and watch episode 1, I was inspired to do it from Oliver Anthony. So this man right here inspired me, or the reaction of this man, more so than the man himself, inspired me to launch this channel.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my trouble.
I don't even want to turn it off. I love it. It just still sends chills at my song. But this song went crazy over August of last year. And what really changed me, where is the view count on this? 2.5 million. This be creeping along. It went up to 1 million pretty quickly. Went to 1 million a week, I think. But anyway. I got into all these reaction videos, all these different people watching his song for the first time. Now, I didn't even know what a reaction video was until this occurred. But I guess I kept watching this song enough on a repeat that YouTube thought, hey, you might like this too. And I did. But what caught me was, no matter who the people were, what their opinions were, because you can tell them some may have leaned one way or another, or where they were from in the world, where they were man and woman, or the color of their skin. It didn't matter. They had the same reaction, like the gut, visceral reactions when they heard the song. At certain points, it just hit them emotionally. And I thought, if a song can bring us together, if a song can unite people, then why do we think we hate each other? We don't hate each other. We love each other because we are each other. So I mean, like, how can we hate? How can you hate your neighbor when you really are your neighbor? You know, like, yeah, there's some not great people out there, and some very annoying people out there, and very rude and self-centered people out there. And it can be very difficult to show people love. But I digress. Donald Trump could be the people's president. He could help unify this country. I'm working on something. Because when I was covering all the radicals that are running for president, Jill Stein and the libertarian guy, I forgot his name off the top of my head, Cornel West, RFK Jr., Chase Oliver, the candidate for the Libertarian Party. Radical stuff. But then every so often there was little line items that on their platforms like, okay, I'll agree with that. It'd be fine. And then again and again and again. And then some of them repeated on the list. And so I was like, well, if these radical communist lefties, if we agree on some things, then why don't we have those things taken care of? Why don't we do those things? And then we can move on to other things. Now, one way to solve a lot of the problems in our country is to build more prisons and mental hospitals and start shipping people away. But everyone, I think, almost everything, for example, was against the death penalty. I'm against the death penalty. Now, I know a lot of people on the right aren't. Most people on the right probably aren't. But if I would make it the case that I'm hoping for their salvation. I understand there's language in the Bible that perhaps that's okay, but I say no. Let's just not do it. Let's just value all life. Like, that's the stance that I want to get to. Like, this movement isn't going to have be a pro-life movement because it doesn't intersect. My views don't intersect on that with these radical leftists. So, but it's ultimately still pro-life. It's in that direction. So I'm going to be rolling that out shortly. I'm kind of working on it, how to present it, and I got to get everything, the ones that most of everyone agree upon, meaning the people that I mentioned that are running and my own views. So that'll be like a platform for a movement. Maybe, topics of discussion at a constitutional convention, convention of the states. It's a pipe dream, but it's not impossible. What's Trump saying?
Call her beautiful, Hillary, because we don't care anymore about that. We call it, because what was better, Crooked Joe or Sleepy Joe? Okay, let's have a poll. I'll change it. He's both. He's crooked. Okay, wait, we'll do a poll. We'll go Sleepy first, and then we'll go Crooked. Which is a better name for Joe Biden? Sleepy Joe or Crooked Joe?
Oh, folks, you tell. Yeah.
So
That's great. And I was, until I seen that Trump headed to the West Coast and started giving rallies, he ought to go back to California too. I bet you he will. I checked out Drudge for maybe story ideas, and I seen this from Yahoo News. The fall of Roe. You thought Dobbs was bad? They're coming for Brown versus Board of Education. Segregation. How so, you might ask? I certainly did. So if you click on the story and you scroll down, and scroll down, and you scroll down, and you scroll down, which all brings us back to Brown versus Board of Education and where the right goes next. Injustice on Trial, an examination of Brett Kavanaugh's evaluation to the Supreme Court. Conservative talking heads Carrie Severino of JCN and Molly Hemingway of The Federalist trashed Brown. You know, Wikipedia, I know it's biased as hell, but I still go there because it's a condensation of information. Some of which is bullshit, some of which is good. Oh, this is funny. Most Americans cheered the court's decision in Brown, although most white Southerners decried it. Many white Southerners viewed Brown as a day of catastrophe, a Black Monday, a day something like Pearl Harbor. Now, I'm certainly not going to defend dead white Southerners, but black people also were hurt by that decision because of the integration, the forced integration essentially that happened after that. They were actually had good schooling systems that were going on. It wasn't a fact that they didn't have schooling systems. It's just that they couldn't integrate. It wasn't an option. Kind of like, sending your kid to a private school if you so desire with your government fundage. I'm just saying it's new. It's everything's nuanced. Is all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying by any means that that was the wrong decision in any way, shape, or form. Absolutely not. But it's just the way that it's framed right off the bat. See, so one thing that I think so Clarence Thomas, I guess, has talked about it and said it's not a perfect decision, or the decision is misinterpreted. Now, I've long thought that a business should be allowed to discriminate in theory, because when you say that, because that's not an original thought by me. When you have that opinion, people attack you and say, so yeah, you're okay with McDonald's not serving black people? It's like, okay, if McDonald's as a business decided that brown people, black people were no longer welcome there, well, I wouldn't go there. That wouldn't be a selling point. It would be stupid for a business to do that. But that is what has allowed for Christian bakers to be sued for declining the opportunity to design wedding cakes for gay weddings. I navigated that all right, didn't I, folks? Yeah, when you had radicals just kind of going on trying to fix the system but not doing it properly, that's where you have issues. I'm going to say no, actually. Because, who's relitigating that? Who's going, I could see that it's possible if a case is brought in a challenging aspect like Thomas has spoken about, then clearing that up wouldn't be a bad thing, but it kind of be when you're talking about the issue of segregation. It's like, I mean, it's very, very unlikely. And there's no way it would like just be overturned either. I could see clarification of it, but oh come on. See, Matt Drudge hates America. I don't know why. So I seen this story a week or so ago. Festus. This woman killed her children. And I mean, I'm from Missouri. Festus is, I don't know, an hour or so away. I don't know if I've ever been to Festus, maybe when I was a kid. I know it's south of me. Ashley Parmalee, 36, of Festus, claimed to have shot and killed her 9-year-old daughter, Scarlett, after trying to sacrifice her son. Sacrifice him. The 9-year-old caught her. And then I guess she was trying to dispose of the bodies, and then she realized she hadn't finished her son off, and then she drowned him. And then she walked into the police department and turned herself in. That's people who believe that woman has some kind of demon in her. Yeah, we're crazy. We're crazy. We're stupid. We're ignorant. That to believe that woman who just murdered her own 2 children doesn't have anything demon in her. Y'all, people want to think that she's just, I mean, don't you understand? That woman's life choices is more aligned with left-wing politics in this country. Think about that when you vote. Or if you have influence over some friends, maybe coworkers, be careful with that. Because now it's not in Missouri, but if she was from a state that allowed abortion up to birth, she could challenge it and say, "Hey, it's just a post-birth abortion. Why are you charging me?" She could make that ridiculous argument on left-wing grounds. She was just pro-choosing to kill her children. She was pro-choice, killing her own kids, folks. Let's see what Trump's up to. Is it Trump's birthday?
Thank you. I wish. Thank you. You know, there's a certain point at which you don't want to hear happy birthday. You just want to pretend the day doesn't exist. But anyway, but there's still a big difference. You know, there's still a big difference. It's long.
Not yet. June 14th, coming up this week.
My father lived a long time. My mother lived a long time, and they were happy, and they were.
So, folks, look at the people who are dividing us, who are trying to convince people to be scared of Trump, who are trying to convince people who support Trump are evil. We don't need to be divided like this, man. We can get along. There are a number of things. Let me give you one more sneak peek. Okay, Cornel West wants to prohibit donations, contributions to any judge at any level of government. 100% agree. 100%. Something to build off, right? Let's all agree on that. Who is going to say no to that? And if that's the case, why aren't we talking about it? Because we don't talk about religion and politics. That's why we're not talking about these things. We talk about things that we're not going to agree on. We're never going to agree on abortion. Never. We talk about that all the time. We're never going to agree about gender stuff. Never. But I have a list of things here, look, that we can agree on. So folks, politically, things can be better. If we knocked out these things, and then we could have the intellectual debate about the stuff that we don't agree on. And then the two sides can convince the other third, the 1/3 can try to argue with the other third and try to convince the last third to agree with them. And then we can get things done. But because we can't address a few line items, we just keep on bickering. So, happy Sunday, folks. I hope you went to church. I hope you spoke, had a relationship with God. I'm going to read me a little Bible right now, actually. And thank you. Please like, subscribe, follow, do all the things. I will see you next time. Bye.
This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time.
This war stops now.
End the war. Bring freedom to our people.
No. No more tricks. No more lies. Only truth.
This is where we hold them! This is where we fight!